The power of prayer, how one prayer can change everything. Welcome to this moment with God. I want you to listen closely, not with your ears alone, but with your heart. I want you to feel the weight of this truth. One prayer can change everything. You may be facing trials that seem too heavy to bear, burdens that feel impossible to lift, or dreams that feel unreachable. But I am here to tell you today one prayer, just one prayer, can change the entire trajectory of your life. So, stay with me. Don't let distractions pull you away. Listen to the end, because the words I speak today are not just words. They are life-changing promises, and they hold the power to transform your situation, your heart, and your future. I have seen how prayer can move mountains, how one word from me can break chains, and how faith, even as small as a mustard seed, can turn the impossible into the possible. So, wherever you are right now, whether you're in joy, in sorrow, in doubt, or in celebration, listen closely. The God of the universe is speaking directly to you. The promise of prayer. In this world, you may find yourself wrestling with loneliness, heartache, or confusion. You might even feel as though God is far away, distant, and silent. But hear me clearly. I am not distant, and I am not silent. I am close to the brokenhearted, and I hear every cry. Psalm 34:18. The prayer you speak, no matter how small, no matter how desperate, does not go unheard. Your words, your heart, they matter to me. I want to encourage you to believe that prayer has the power to change not only the circumstances around you, but also the condition of your heart. In Jeremiah 33:3, I said, "Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." This is not a mere suggestion. It is an invitation. When you pray, you are opening the door to the treasures of heaven. I want you to grasp that what you are asking is not too small, too insignificant, or too big for me. There is nothing too hard for God. Jeremiah 32:17. The miraculous power of one prayer. Think back for a moment to a time when a single prayer changed everything for someone. Perhaps it was in the Bible, or maybe it was in your own life, or the life of someone you love. I want you to reflect on the power that one simple prayer can carry, the way it can reach my ears, and the way it can transform everything. Consider the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel 1:10-20. Hannah was deeply troubled. She had been barren for many years, and in her heartache, she cried out to me in prayer, "Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life." It was a simple, desperate prayer cry from the depths of her soul. But through this one prayer, her situation was completely transformed. I heard her plea, and she was blessed with a son, Samuel, who became one of the greatest prophets in Israel's history. One prayer, one heartfelt cry, and everything changed. Hannah's prayer was not just a request. It was an act of faith, a declaration of trust. She prayed not just for her own desire, but also for God's will to be done. And in that moment, the course of history was changed. Now, I want you to think about Elijah, a prophet who found himself in a time of deep spiritual drought. In 1 Kings 18, the people of Israel had turned their hearts to idols, and Elijah stood alone on Mount Carmel, challenging the false prophets of Baal. Elijah's prayer was bold, full of authority, and filled with faith. He cried out to me, saying, "Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant, and have done all these things at your command." His prayer was not just about fire falling from heaven. It was a prayer to restore the hearts of the people back to me. And in response, I sent fire down from heaven, consuming the sacrifice, and proving that I am the one true God. 1 Kings 18:36-38. What's amazing here is the way Elijah, just one man, prayed a prayer that shook an entire nation. It didn't matter how outnumbered or how impossible the situation looked. Prayer was the weapon that changed everything. In James 5:17, It is written that Elijah was a man just like us. Yet through prayer, he accomplished great things. Do not think for a moment that your prayers are any less powerful. The same God who answered Elijah is the same God who will answer you. What prayer can do? Prayer is not just about asking. It is about aligning your heart with my will. It is about opening yourself up to receive from me the strength, peace, and guidance you need. Philippians 4:2-6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." When you pray, you invite my peace into your life. I know the world can be overwhelming, and sometimes the noise of life drowns out my voice. But in the quiet moments, in the stillness of your prayer, my peace enters in and guards your heart and mind. You don't have to carry the burden alone. You don't have to figure it all out by yourself. I am with you, and I will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. I will provide for you, guide you, and protect you. Let's talk about the power of intercession, praying on behalf of others. There's a story in the Bible about Abraham interceding for Sodom and Gomorrah in Genesis 18. Abraham prayed fervently, asking me to spare the cities if just 10 righteous people could be found. His prayer was filled with compassion for the people. And although I ultimately could not find even 10 righteous people, I honored Abraham's prayer. I am a God who listens and who responds to the cries of those who stand in the gap for others. Your prayers can change the lives of those around you. The power of intercession is a mighty weapon in the spiritual realm. Think about Jesus. In John 17, he prayed for his disciples and for all believers. He prayed for their protection, unity, and future. Jesus prayed for you even before you were born. He prayed for your salvation, for your strength, for your faith. And just as he prayed for you, so you can pray for others. Your prayer can change everything. Now, let's bring it back to you. Whatever you are facing today, I am here to remind you that your prayer can change everything. One prayer, prayed in faith, can move mountains. Matthew 17:20. One prayer, prayed from the heart, can heal your brokenness, restore relationships, and give you the strength to face the most difficult circumstances. Luke 11:9-10 says, "So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened." Do you hear that? I have promised that when you ask, you will receive. When you seek, you will find. When you knock, the door will be opened to you. Don't stop praying. Don't stop seeking. Don't stop knocking. The answer is on the other side of your persistence. I know you may be struggling right now. Maybe your faith feels small, or you feel like your prayers are not being answered. But let me encourage you, keep praying. Keep seeking my face. Psalm 34:17 says, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles." I hear you even when you feel as though you're shouting into the silence. I am always with you, and I will answer you in my perfect timing. Your prayer doesn't have to be long or elaborate. It doesn't need to be filled with fancy words or religious rituals. What matters is the sincerity of your heart. Cry out to me. Talk to me as you would to a friend. Pour out your heart, and trust that I am listening. I am answering, and I am moving on your behalf. You may be thinking, "God, I have prayed for so long. Why hasn't my situation changed?" Hear me now, child of God. I see your persistence. I see your faith, and I am working even when you can't see it. Remember the story of the persistent widow in Luke 18:1-8. She didn't give up. She kept asking, kept knocking, and eventually, she received justice. I am not a God who ignores the cries of my children. I will respond in my way at my perfect time. The power of one prayer is yours. Today, I want to challenge you. Take a step of faith. Pray that prayer. Speak to me, and let me show you the power that one prayer can carry. Mark 11:24 says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. When you believe, when you trust in my promises, I will move on your behalf." One prayer, one moment, one cry to me can change everything. You are never alone. I am with you, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. Keep praying, keep believing, keep seeking, because one prayer can change everything.